Hello, today we are with Jen Claridge, and she is a newer MVP, and we're going to do an MVP chat with her. She said she wanted to show off her lovely little cat t-shirt. We were
Oh my God,
chatting
you brought it up
before.
right out the gate.
I did, I
Yes.
had to bring it.
Yes, I love it. It's okay. I'm a cat lady. Everybody knows.
Well, I'm a dog person, and well, as you can see, I got Snoopy everywhere, and I got a real life Snoopy back here behind me.
Takes all kinds.
So, it takes all kinds, exact. Takes a village. So what we're going to do is we are going to go through, I'm going to ask you, I call it 5.5 questions because I do ask who nominated you. And
Mm-hmm.
then just kind of, we're just keeping it, casual and doing a little chat
Sounds
about the
good.
MVPs. These are, again, going to be coming out over the next few months. I'm going to start queuing these up actually this week to start coming out. So
Perfect.
kind of fun,
Awesome.
not so serious kind of MVP chat. So, all
Awesome.
right. So number one, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So what motivated you to pursue the MVP award, and what does it personally mean to you? And then, of course, who nominated you? That's my half question.
Okay, so I honestly thought about being an MVP a little bit, but I wouldn't say I actively pursued it because I think I
Hmm.
always had this like vision of like they're so much smarter than me, they're so much more accomplished than me, like I could never be an MVP and like I still have like a little bit of that, but I think a lot of people
Hmm.
started to come to me and they were saying, "Well, I already thought you were an MVP," or like, "Why
Hmm.
aren't you an MVP?" And so they started kind of coming to me more like not pressuring me but encouraging me to like go for that. So with that I started to think about it more and think about what I was doing, and I'm like, hey, you know what, I'll throw my name in, and if I get it then that's amazing and that's a huge accomplishment, but if I don't,
Hmm.
like I'm still going to do all the things that I was doing because I wanted to just make sure that I was a resource for people, that I could help people if I had a question that was being asked of me, like how could I communicate an answer that was a way that like lots of people could benefit from. So I would say I didn't really actively pursue it, but I was encouraged and I like felt very honored about that. And I would
Hmm.
say like now that I am an MVP, it does mean a lot to me in the way that I feel like what I'm doing does matter. Like it's not an insignificant amount of time to create blogs or videos or speak at events or do different things. So I think it's been meaningful to know that that's actually resonating and that people actually feel like it's adding value and it is helpful. And then it helps me to want to create more because helping people does energize me in a lot of ways.
Sure.
And then Marcel from TM Group is who nominated me. So,
Nice. And actually, a lot of MVPs will say that what they do love is for those people that are out there like, I just want to be an MVP. And it's like, well, what you really need to do is just want to help the community. And I
mm-hmm.
think most of us MVPs, we do notice that, we see that. And David Lasser, who I'm actually having a talk with in a little bit today too, I nominated him, and it was the exact same thing. I
Yeah.
looked at him and I'm like, why are you not an MVP? And he goes, well, I've never really thought about it. And I
Yeah.
said, well, let's think about that because I think you'd make a great MVP. And now he is, and he was very excited, very humbled. So he was, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely
So,
like the same. Like I'm definitely humbled by it, and I think that's the main thing with an MVP, right? Like they should do it because
hmm.
they're passionate about helping. They would do it anyway. It's something that they're
Yep,
already doing. So it's like they're doing it for the right reasons, I guess. Like somebody who's just
yep,
chasing the MVP title, I think that it becomes obvious and it's unsustainable. Whereas
right.
somebody who like is doing it for the greater good of the community or to help, or then it's like not easy. Like I said, it's not an
Yep,
insignificant amount of time, but
right.
it's something that they're passionate about. When you're passionate about something, you're probably doing it anyway. So, yeah.
Yep, awesome. All right, number two. How has being an MVP impacted your professional growth or career opportunities?
I would definitely say as an MVP, more people like want you to speak on podcasts or
Hmm.
co-speak with them at events and things like that. So that's been really cool because you have an ability to maybe co-speak with someone who's not super confident speaking on their own or just nervous about it, or maybe somebody that you
Hmm.
look up to or you think you could be really impactful because maybe they're really strong in an area that you're not and you're really strong in an area that they're not, so you're able to present something like deeper or more meaningful to an audience. So I would definitely say that more opportunities have come along for sure. So that's been
Nice.
good.
Oh, I like that answer. That's a really good answer, actually. Because I had a lot of people go, well, I don't know about career opportunity. And I'm like, yeah, but the personal growth, like speaking with other MVPs, absolutely, I agree. And being on
Yeah.
podcast. That's what Kim
Yeah.
said. Kim was like, I get to be on podcast with Tanya
The
Henderson.
podcast part like still freaks me out. I still get nervous because I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I've never like we talked about that a little bit in the past too, right? Like you get nervous. You
Yep.
kind of, did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? But I think you just try to authentically be yourself, and if whatever comes from that, right? But you just do it with the best of
Absolutely.
intentions. Yeah.
Yep, I love it. All right, number 3.
Okay.
What aspects of the MVP community or resources do you find most valuable?
I love YouTube, and I actually do love the podcast, listening to them, because I find like they're really easy to throw on. Like in the morning, I'll be doing my makeup and I just listen to people, talking about something that I'm maybe not super familiar with. So I actually really like the podcast because I find that they're easy to digest. And then I like the
Mm-hmm.
YouTube content because I like to see something kind of real life and the screens that they're going to and the buttons they're going to. And the Microsoft Learns are pretty good too when I want to actually get something that maybe I'm brand new to and go through a bit of a course and a learning path with it. Those are probably my top 3.
Awesome. Yep. And a lot of times I use our chat, our WhatsApp chat. That's so hard to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I use
Say
that
that 10
all the
times fast.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I use that all the time. So I'm like every morning I wake up, I look through that to see, okay, what happened last night? With that team, it gets a little
Sometimes there's a
developy.
lot. Yeah, sometimes I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't know what they're talking about. But yes, it's
yeah,
helpful for sure. And it's great to
yeah.
have that like channel of people when you're
Yes.
seeing something to just be like, is anybody else experiencing this? Like, what are you
Right.
guys doing? Because sometimes too, we go down a rabbit hole because we think, oh,
Hmm.
it's only our environment that's affected, or it's only the setup in this certain customer's environment. So it's nice to throw it out to those chats and then have other people be like, no, that's
We
bigger
have
than
the same
just you.
problem.
So just wait.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I agree. That's a very good one. Yeah.
Yes. All right, number 4. Can you share an example of a project or initiative where you feel like your MVP status made a difference?
Um, I talked about this one at Convergence when I did an interview, and I don't know if it was like my MVP status, but I do think that MVPs people do tend to listen to more, like if you're speaking or if you're in the audience or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But so I would say that there was a scenario where I was just kind of volunteering my information, and then I was like a help tech medic person. And so they
Yep.
tend to want to go to the MVPs first because they
Yes.
think that they like know everything. But the
We don't.
we don't, but like that's the it's a very
Yeah.
big product with lots of areas, so we know usually our core area. But a girl had come to me and she was asking me all kinds of questions, and she was bringing up word layouts, and she was bringing up this and that, and so I was helping her along. And then a month or so later, she emailed me and she said, I just want you to know I went through my first implementation. And she said, like, I like saw your confidence and I felt like really inspired by you, and I just wanted to know as much as you knew, and like I'm just
Mm-hmm.
proud of myself because I've now done this, and like I just had confidence like you had confidence, and it worked out really really well. So I feel like that maybe it helped that she went to me, and it like I just that she felt the need to like write to me and let me know that it was like very meaningful to her. So I
That's
guess I
awesome.
think like just yeah, being on the tech medic desk or speaking, people will
Mm-hmm.
go to you first, and if you can help them, then that's helpful. So I don't know. I don't
Yep.
really know sometimes how I affect people, but that's maybe
Yep.
one if I had to answer.
Nice. Well, I think I think when I see you, like you and I met. So Jen and we're history is that we would run into each other at conferences. And I think we ran
Yeah.
into each other. One of the first ones was like at the NAV booth. And, we were just walking around the thing and we ran
Yes.
into each other and started talking to each other.
Yeah. Because
And,
we're both
and
so
then
quiet.
yeah, and yeah, so we just started yapping with each other. And then like at the next conference, we run into each other and say hi and start
Yep.
talking again. And then Jen became an MVP, and I had volunteered to mentor in the MVP program, and they put us together. And so it's
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, yay, I know her. I run into her.
Yes.
I
Very
don't, I'm like,
comfortable.
yeah. So that was really cool. So we've actually gotten, now we actually have conversations outside of conferences. We just don't wait for the conferences to run into each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah.
love that. That's been
So
like a very
yeah.
rewarding thing. Like as soon as I joined the
Hmm.
program, like everyone was so like welcoming to the chat,
Hmm.
like welcoming when I have questions. Like even the last event, where was I? I think it was just like Summit maybe, and that was like my first event
Hmm.
as an MVP or Directions in Mia. That's what it was because I
Yep.
saw a lot of the Europeans who like I just knew from
Yes.
the chat, and like they come with their hugs and their open arms, and because of the chat, you kind of feel like you knew them a little bit more, and it's just
Yep.
so welcoming. And like you
Yep.
said, like sometimes you feel like, oh my God, I couldn't be an MVP because I don't know everything about everything. But like, it's such a community of people just wanting to help where they can help and build their knowledge where they don't. And I love
Yep.
it. It's very nice.
It is. And for those of you who don't know, we actually reapply for the MVP program every year. And
Mm-hmm.
so we apply usually in March. Sometimes it gets extended till April. And then we find out in July, I think it is, July, if
Mm-hmm.
we have been accepted into the program for another year. So when you're in the MVP program, it's not just you're in the program, right? So you have to reapply every year. You have to continue to doing education and, just helping people and doing all that, and speaking, and which we do anyway. But yeah, so I don't,
Yeah.
so people out there who, we're trying to do awareness for the program and understand it, but it's really sad when we lose people from the program. I mean, you'll see that, people that end up not being in the program anymore. It's like, oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you develop
'Cause
like a
it's,
close friendship with each
yep,
other, right? So, and you keep that,
absolutely.
like obviously, regardless, but it's,
Yes.
yeah, there is the secret handshake, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's the back room, talk that you get to be a part of when you're in the program. So, yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So my last question is, what advice would you give someone aspiring to become an MVP?
I think the biggest thing is just focus on the thing that you're genuinely passionate about. Like, don't do
Hmm.
it to become an MVP, but try to hone in on something that you're genuinely curious about, you're genuinely passionate about. Like, try and focus on things that you find easy to do. Like, don't look for another job for yourself because then it will feel like
Hmm.
work and it shouldn't. Like, it should just be
Yep.
something that you are feeling that is a natural fit for you. So, yeah, like if you're passionate about something, you'll want to do it more, you'll want to do it better. Like, it's just the natural human nature part of it. And then I would say just do it for like the community. Do it to help
Hmm.
people and ask your questions. Like, nobody really knows, kind of just to your point about like education around the MVP program. It's not like there's any one thing that gets you
Right.
in, right? Like that's the thing
Yep.
people think like, well, how do I become an MVP? Nobody really knows. It's basically when you apply, you just list things that you've done and then you could get it or you may not and then you just keep going if that's your goal. But
Right.
it could be one major big thing that got you in. It could be a series of little things. So don't try to chase the thing because nobody knows what that is. Just do
Right.
what you feel is helpful and meaningful and means a lot to you in your heart and do your best.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is you do have to be careful after you're in the program. I'm so careful about what I say,
Mm-hmm.
about things that are released. I err on the side of not saying anything. I might go, oh yeah, there might be some changes in reporting coming out, right?
Yeah.
And not anything specific. So even when you're in that program, you still have to be super careful about, your actions when you're out in public. I mean, there's lots of things that you have to really watch and be cognizant of when you're out in public and when what you're saying on podcasts or in sessions that you're speaking off too. So yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot
for
out
sure.
there. It's a little
There is. I'm
stressful
like you.
sometimes.
Sometimes people will say like, "Do you know what's coming?" And in my mind, I just had a support question the other day, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know if I can say, I don't know if I shouldn't, but I know they shouldn't program that because something is
Yep.
coming. And then I got in this like tailspin. But I think it's about just like attention to detail, like
Hmm.
like you said. Err on the side of caution if you're unsure, but I'm the same as you. Sometimes I'm just like, don't know anything about that because
Yep.
I'm like
I don't
afraid.
know yet. It might be
Hmm.
coming in a few years. Who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do the
yeah, yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
So
But
awesome.
it's smart.
Yes. Well, Jen, thank you so much. This has been wonderful,
You're so
and
welcome.
I'm so glad that you joined me today. And will I be seeing you in what conference? When will I be running into you?
So I think somebody from our company is going to go to the AI and Copilot in March. I'll be at
Okay.
Directions, Dynamics Con, probably Dynamics Mind, probably EMEA.
Nice.
We
Have you
Tech
been to Mines
Summit,
yet?
of course. No, I haven't. So I'm excited. Yeah,
Oh,
because that's
wow.
one that I haven't been to.
Mines is beautiful. So definitely take a little extra time. I would say that town is
Yeah.
amazing. The food is amazing. And it's just a beautiful view. And don't forget your swimming suit because we all always go swimming too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, I would love to because I've never been there, so I'm super pumped. So, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. So, and it's not bad because we usually fly into Venice. And so a bunch of us try to kind of meet in Venice and do a day in Venice too. So you're welcome to join us.
Okay, well, keep me posted.
Yeah. All right. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
You too. See ya.
All right. Bye.